Turn left onto Heidenheim Strasse. for 800 meters. In 600 meters, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Nürnberger Strasse, B466.
Paying 40 grand a year or some shit.
Really?
I don't know how much, but I know it's a dude who's 8 hours a day. He just bringing Snoop like 100 blunts in a bag. Here you go, Snoop.
He's the one dude that's exempt anywhere he goes. No one's gonna fuck with Snoop with weed.
He smoked weed at the White House.
Exit the roundabout onto Nürnberger Strasse.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said he went in the bathroom and got
Continue on B466 for 3 kilometers.
down. I said, oh man. You know, I said, yeah, you know, he plays anywhere. You know, church, swimming pools, inside.
We found a faster route.
Blazing. Underwater.
He's got a card. You can just let him slide.
Yeah. Yeah. He's Snoop. You know, what you gonna say?
What are you gonna say?
What you gonna say, man? Everybody loves Snoop.
The same thing with Chappelle. When we go out with Dave just fire up at a restaurant.
Hey, man, you know. Gotta let him know you in the house.
Nobody says anything.
Yeah, what they gonna say? I mean, who wants to be part of his next comedy special? The person that told Dave Chappelle you can't blaze in Ruth Chris. Nah.
Well, hey man, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
No, thanks for having me. You know, I probably had too much coffee. Yeah, today, you know, I mean, I probably had about 2 cups already, so that should be cool too. This afternoon.
So I saw this video where you said you're doing just a podcast tour.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit everybody, you know, everybody that wanna talk to me, you know what I'm saying? I just wanna be able to get the message out to the people, talk to the people, you know. I've been trying to push my league, and mainstream sports media have really, you know, basically ignored what we're doing for the
Why do you
last
think
6
that is?
years. I think they're nervous about the NBA. They're nervous about their relationship with the NBA could be damaged if they promote the Big Three.
I would think it would help everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's basketball in the summer. You know, they got the WNBA, but we really don't play at the same time. You know, they got their games, we got our games. And you know what's crazy is we got their, you know, former Hall of Famers as a part of this league, and they wanted to be a part of this league. So it's not like we hijacking them or we, you know, kidnapping them. They
In 500 meters, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Daimlerstrasse, B466.
to be a part of this league. They wanted to be successful, and they want to make money in the summer. So I don't know what the NBA is thinking about, trying to deprive Dr. J and Rick Barry and Iceman, George Gervin a little check in the summer. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would compete at all. It seems like it would enhance. It would make when you have more basketball for basketball. I mean, basketball fans, they have a season, and when it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
The fact that there's more basketball seems to me, but I'm a person. It's like I feel like there's enough pie for everybody with everything. I feel like that with fighting, with MMA. When there's a new organization comes out, I'm like, good. Give people more opportunity to make money.
Without a doubt, you know, and it's about who do it the best. And we're not trying to compete in any way, shape, or form with the NBA. We're very complimentary. So I don't understand why they would, you know, do some of the things that's being done behind the scenes.
They're like encouraging people to not do it.
Encouraging people to not sponsor us. I mean, like,
Really?
yeah, I mean, encouraging networks not to play us.
Really?
Yeah. Those things, we've been able to survive, but, you know, at a certain point, it's just redundant and ridiculous, and we got to fight back some way, shape, or form.
It just, in my mind, it seems silly. It seems like it would only enhance. But that's what happens when you get big corporations, man.
Yeah, and you know what, Joe? It's not the players. It's not the owners. It's not GMs or scouts, because they, name a big owner.
In 300 meters, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto B466.
He probably loves the league, and we've heard from a lot of them that they love the league. They would love to invest, and the players love the league. They come to the games. They play in the league when they're done with the NBA. GMs, scouts come sit next to me on the front row and be like, "Oh man," and they even pull some of our guys, put them in the G League, and a couple of our guys made it all the way back to the NBA. 10-day contracts and things like that. So it's not the culture of the NBA. It's just the suits. It's the corporate people. It's the brass. It's the top guys that are scared of what we got.
Just scared of competition in general, always.
Well, they think they own basketball. They think like we own basketball. But
crazy?
It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. Because I don't hear kids running out saying, "Mom, I'm about to go play NBA." Right. They say, "Mom, I'm about to go play basketball with my friends."
Yeah.
So basketball doesn't have an owner. And they are, I think, intimidated that we have changed the game. And we haven't changed it just to change it. We've changed it for the better, and we've changed it within our own version of the sport. So we're not trying to change 5-on-5. We're just trying to introduce 3-on-3 and elevate it to the professional level, which we have.
I only think that would be a good thing. Those suits are silly.
It is a good thing, man. They are silly. That's why I'm here, man. It's like it's time for these, suits to get out the way and, let the relationship flourish if it's going to flourish. And even if it don't, look, we're doing fine. We're in our 6th season. Our ratings are growing. We did, 500,000 people on CBS this Sunday.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Where'd this idea come from?
Me and my guy Jeff, we've been working together for over 25 years. Like everything in the last 25 years, we kind of been, cooking it up. So, we see Kobe score 60 points in his last game. Now, this idea had been brewing in me, but it was like, it's sports. I'm an entertainment guy. I'm in rap. I'm in the, music and movies and television and that. So, it had just been sitting there, and this dude hit 60 points in his last game, and then there's nowhere else you can see him play. He's done. Bye. Wave, go in the tunnel. And we're like, that sucks. It sucks that we cannot ever see Kobe Bryant play in a professional basketball game again. There's got to be other guys that people want to see that still got it. They may not be able to play 82 games. You know what I mean? They may not be able to play back-to-backs and 3 games in 4 nights, but half-court 3-on-3 to 50, they're going to look like all-stars. And so that's where the idea started to germinate.
That makes sense, too, that it's just the breakdown as you get older. You just can't do as many games. That makes sense.
Yeah, they still can play. Like, if you put them out there one game, give it all you got against the 20-year-olds, they'll do great. But if you have them play the next day, they just can't recover as fast as the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
So they look like they can't play, the next day. So by having a week off, you get to recover. It's like football. You get a chance to let your body recover, heal. So by the time that next weekend come around, you're 100% ready, good to go. Let's do it.
especially with the way guys train today, where older guys can train today, and with the science of sports nutrition,
Yes.
science of recovery, they're just so much they're so much better at it now.
Maybe I'm getting called from the NBA.
We changed our mind. We got rid of this.
We heard you was on Joe. What can we do?
This is so stupid. That's the thing with older fighters too. They have a hard time getting through camps. That's the part. It's like they can still fight, but getting through an 8-week camp is 2-a-days, and all the sparring.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah.
I remember, I forgot the football player. He played for the Giants, receiver. Plexico Burris. The coaches hated him because, well, I ain't gonna say hated him, I'm just exaggerating, but they didn't like the fact that he would not practice at all, come in the game on Sunday and score a touchdown. It's like it goes against everything that they preach. You have to practice, you have to practice, you have to practice. Then you are conditioned to score the touchdown. But he's like, no, I gotta recover. And then by Sunday, I can go out and score a touchdown. And that goes against coaches' philosophy.
But he knew his own body.
Of course. And we all know our own body to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And I think you should always save an athlete from himself, but you shouldn't push an athlete before he's ready to go.
Yeah, it's always different for different people too.
Yes.
Recover quicker. It's just, as athletes get older in particular, they get more and more wise to that. More and more wise to like how their body works and what they need to do and not need to do.
Yeah, I heard one player say that, man, they don't pay me to play in the game. Like, I'll do that for free. 70,000, 15,000 fans. Who wouldn't do that for free? They pay me to practice. They pay me to show up on time. They pay me to do all the stuff I don't want to do. And, it makes sense, but sometimes you don't practice somebody just because you're paying them.
Yeah. Well, the difference in, you can never do this with when football players are done, they're kind of done. Because just the damage they take.
Some, I think it depends on the style. I think you could do, interesting flag version of football. I think you could sell it if it was, thought about and really worked on to be, pleasing to the fans.
How would you do that? Because people love touchdowns, but they also love tackles. They love people getting hit.
Yeah. There's a few ways to do it. You could do pads 7-on-7, and kind of, open the game up a little bit so it's not so many collisions coming from so many different angles.
Yeah.
Less people, more space, more skill set, not so brute, but a little bit of hitting. Could do it that way too.
Yeah, that could work. The flag one, I would think, would be kind of tough.
It's tough because people look at flag as kind of like a side, a byproduct of football, not real football.
Well, almost like football for kids.
Yeah, but but guys will go out and play two-hand touch all day,
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. Who knows?
Well, it's interesting when fighters figure out ways to do that too, like what Floyd is doing. What Floyd is doing is so interesting. He retires from fighting.
Yeah.
He says, I'll just start boxing people who have no chance.
Hey, why not? Exhibition. Like, we saw that in, what was Rocky 3 or something?
Yeah.
He started doing exhibitions with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly.
And got caught. He got hurt, dealing with that. So, I think people want to see Floyd fight. Some people want to see him lose. I never wanted to see Floyd lose. And So he'll always have some interest, even if he's fighting,
What he did is, it's just complete genius.
Yes.
First of all, from just changing his style, right? He broke his hands a lot. So when he was younger, they called him Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
And then he changed his name to Money. And when he changed his name to Money, he turns heel.
Yeah.
He became like this guy and everybody wanted to see him get beat.
Yeah.
And he's the most unhittable guy in the history of the sport.
Yes, sir.
He's right up there with Pernell Whitaker. Like, those are the two guys that I say are like the most elusive guys in modern, past Willie Pep, in modern era. Pernell Whitaker and Floyd. Floyd's even more impressive because he stands right in front of guys.
He stands right in front of you and you can't hit
right
him.
in front of you.
And you can't get a good one on him.
You can't get shit on him.
It's one of the most amazing skill sets. He's like
In 200 meters, turn left onto Nordlinger Strasse, B466.
he's like one of those like Minnesota Fats kind of pool players that know all the trick shots, and you can't beat him. A guy that can,
Turn left onto Nordlinger Strasse, B466.
Play a hand or board game or ping pong, and you just can't beat him, and he's that way in boxing.
Yeah.
He just knows all the tricks of the trade, and he's just better.
He has way more information about where you should be for where he can hit you and where he should be where you can't hit.
Continue on B466 for 17 kilometers.
He's got it all in his head.
He knows what punch can be thrown at what time, and what punch can't. And so he just, when he knows you can't throw a punch, that's where he is.
Yeah.
And when he knows you can, that's where he ain't.
My favorite fight, I've had a lot of favorite fights, but one of my favorites was the Canelo fight because it was just a masterclass.
Yeah.
Masterclass. And just a young, incredibly promising champion, a guy who's going to be an all-time great, but not yet.
Not yet.
You're not ready for that guy.
Floyd always catch him young. he catch him coming up.
Young or old.
Yeah, he catch him young. And he tap you up and then he say thank you.
Yeah.
Next.
He did a smart thing, too. He got him to cut down 152 pounds.
Yeah.
He got him a little lighter, a little smaller, a little more dehydrated.
A little weaker.
Yeah, a little weaker, and then just box him up.
Yeah.
But if you see what it did to Canelo's game, like you see Canelo when he fought Danny Jacobs later on, he was moving like Floyd. Like, he mirrored that.
You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you're dealing with a master. And when you fight a master, or if I rapped against a master, or if you spar against a master, you better take a few tricks of the trade with you. That's the whole thing about respecting the game.
Daniel Cormier always says you get the rub. Like when someone fights for the title, you fight a world champion, you feel what that's like, okay, and you either get way better or you kind of like realize I'll never beat that guy.
You'll never get that level.
Yeah. There was like a lot of, like during the Tyson era, nobody got the rub. It was like, you got in there and you were like, fuck this.
I mean, Tyson had so many psychological advantages.
Yeah.